So we've got a super duper fast one for you today. It is this here, and what I challenged myself to do was to use all of the distress line in one color to see how much I can how much variety. So it's kind of like a monochromatic, but you know, using different products. So stay tuned. I show you how I do this, and thank you for joining me. Okay, so let's get going. What I've got here is a index card size 3x5, and it was a postcard by and with watercolor. I'll put it in the link because I can't think of the name right now. But what I'm going to do is just get some ink on here. And like I said, I'm working with weathered wood today. So every product I'm using is from the Distress line of weathered wood. I believe I have pretty much everything here except for the Distress crayon, which I think I'm going to try something a little different with it because I don't have the Distress crayon. And this was another kind of technique later when we get to the glaze that Tim showed on his Facebook page, which I will share on my blog because I can't, it's not up on YouTube, so I can't connect it to this. But anyway, I just want you to know I'm not, you know, if I'm using someone else's technique, I totally agree and want to give them a shout out. I don't like to take credit for something I don't really deserve. I mean, I might be changing it up a little bit to make it my own because I don't have the crayon, but I don't know, I just don't like that. Okay, so I'm getting some real nice layers on here, and then now let's add a little bit of Distress Oxide. And again, I'm making sure that I'm cleaning off my brayer over on a piece of kitchen towel because I want to make sure I don't contaminate these pads. And so I think what I'm going to do is just grab a stencil. So then that way I'm adding just a little bit more dimension. I like this one's right on top, so we'll just use this one. I love working with ink on the gel press because there's no dry time. There's no wait, you know, like with paint. So let's, yeah, see, that just adds another little bit. Okay, let me give this a quick dry. So next I am going to spritz just a little bit of water on here. Add a little bit of my weathered wood. That's a little too much, so now I'm just going to go in and kind of do the touch, the kiss and touch, or whatever that is that Tim calls this. And I don't want this to go to waste, so I'm going to grab a piece of watercolor printmaking pad. It's nice and heavy and it's a watercolor, so there's another background ready to go at another time, huh? Okay, so I'm just going to make a border before adding the glaze. stamps I have today are by Aladine Stamp. I'm not usually a big clear stamp person, but I just loved these. Thought they were so cool. So why don't we go this way? Or actually, I like that. And let's just start stamping some. I like this one. So now, let's get this going back on here. Well, actually, so then what happens is doing the dauber like that, this glaze will go all over it. So you can see the coating there. And then he did over the garbage he did, but I'm going to do it here. Can't quite tell where it's at because it's such a busy stamping, but I know it's going to work. Very, very cool. And then now let's take and let's see what happens. I was thinking of something different, but I just had an idea. Let's soak the crap out of this. It should lighten up, so then that way we're getting another color out of only using weathered wood. So let's give that a sec for the water to penetrate that ink, and let's see what we got. Okay, so this is pretty much dry, and I really do like that. I like how light the, right in here became. But what I want to do is I want to edge this, so I'm going to take some weathered wood and some more of the weathered wood refill and add it right to here so it'll darken it up. Because with this really pigmented refill, look at how dark that is, and yet it's the same color. It's kind of like as if I was adding black to it. I mean, I just love how you can just get so much. this. Let's get some black on the edging. Okay, I like that. And I've got Stay Curious. And actually, I split this because it was too thick for me for this project. Stay Curious. So the adventure begins. This is too... Thank you for joining me. Be sure to subscribe, like, and turn on the notifications. Thank you.